Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Megaman 2. I am the Wulv. Sorry about my leave of absence. The computer I was using to do all this stuff kind of went on the fritz, which made things very, very difficult to upload any LPs, and when I finally wanted to get back into the swing of things, the computer giving me a video card on it went kaput, so yeah, this is the first time really getting back around to it. This screen is a password screen, by the way, and it should take me back to where I was with everything that I had, so we can get back into the swing of things, and hopefully I can show you all everything we need to. Sorry that I was talking about my computer doing all that and not really explaining the password screen very much, but you know, it's your typical Megaman password screen. Unlike the Megaman 3 screen, however, you know, if you put in a wrong code, you can just start the game. I'm sure that there's a way to do it with the Megaman 3 one, but I really don't remember how, if at all, you're supposed to do it if you accidentally go to the password screen in Megaman 3. Anyway, this is the first stage in the Doc Wily stages for Megaman 2, and I have to say that this one's probably one of the easier Doc Wily stages, I feel. I'm not sure if it's the easiest because I don't remember all of them from all the games, but this particular stage is fairly easy. However, the game will get harder with the Doc Wily stages as we go further. Now, at these little wall type things, or whatever you want to call them there, I prefer to use item number 3, because later on I'm going to need item number 1 for another part in this stage, and I just think that item number 3 climbs the walls much better than say doing the floating platform of number 1, so I prefer to use 3 for those areas. And you know, that way it doesn't waste the energy or weapons amount, whatever you want to call it, for item 1. And as I said, you need that much later. Now, I have been doing a brief couple of practice runs to get me back into the swing of things, because it has been so long, and I just hope that, you know, everything works out alright. As I said before, the only one game that I'm really going to abuse save states on, and did, was the first Megaman, because I never really played through it or anything, never really beat it as a child, didn't have that game really as a child, so I mean, the first time playing it was maybe a couple of years ago. However, I played Megaman 2 a lot, and probably Megaman 2 and Megaman 4 were the ones that I rented most from the store where we got them at. I believe it was like a farm or whatever. And I might have talked about this before, but it was really awesome because it had the vampire fangs and all that stuff that you could get in both the wax slips and whatnot in yellow and red, so that was pretty awesome, and had the whole video section, if I remember correctly, and video game section, kind of like Blockbuster, only it was close to home and fairly cheap, so you know, I'd try to see if my mom wouldn't let me rent a game from there every now and then. It was pretty awesome. As I said, though, not going to try to abuse save states or anything, so what happens from here on out pretty much until I get to, I think it's the 3rd board in the Doc Wily stages. where I will actually be using a save state only because if you screw up even once on the boss for that stage, you're toast. I mean, there's no way to beat that boss. The only way to beat the one boss is using crash bombs, and it will use up every single crash bomb you have. Now, you gotta jump there, because if you don't, you're going to fall off the platform if the fireball hits you. Now, if you're up on the top platform, usually you can let a fireball hit you without falling down the pit, but I noticed that middle one there. I've tried it several times, each time playing through, until I finally got to the point of realizing, no matter how far to the left of it I stand, if I get hit by the fireball, I'm going to fall off. So I know to jump there now, and in case anyone ever wants to play this game, in case you haven't yet, not sure why, and if you, I mean, it's a great Mega Man game, probably one of the best Mega Man games, I feel, for out of the original series of Mega Man games. And I'm sure that some people will say, like, well, what about, the newer Mega Mans, like Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10? What about those? I mean, they're fun games and all, but really, I feel, Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 are the last bits of true creativity. I mean, some in Mega Man 5, some in, I believe it's Mega Man 10, I thought had some more creative ones again. But, I feel that Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 were probably the quintessential games in the original series, far superior to any of the others. And, I find this series far superior to, say, the X series and whatnot, but that could be because I grew up with this, and so, I have kind of a bias towards it, which, we all do to things in our childhood. We all have biases of what to do and whatnot. I haven't explained that whole thing that I did at the pit with the Neos before, but I'm sure you understand why I did it. As I said, I'll need crash bombs later on, so it's better to attempt that second ladder there, and just try and make sure that when you do it, when you launch item number 2, that you launch a little bit further in the up or whatnot, because it is a very close jump, and if you miss it, you are toast. As you can tell by the needles. Now I'm going to use item 3 here again. It's going to take me up to the top, and I hope it doesn't run out before. Yeah, good. That's what I hope to do, because that's the easiest way to try and get across there. I mean, if you're really good at timing, you can try to time the jump there, but if you mess up even once, you're going to have to go back down the wall, and it can waste a bunch of your energy just trying to, get up and across there. And now we're going to go down a few and get to our boss for this level, which is a lot like the Yellow Devil. And, I mean, it is basically the Yellow Devil for this game. It's going, these blocks, if you hit them, take away a lot of your energy. See right there, where I accidentally hit some. But, it's a fun little boss. I think one of the cooler versions of the whole devil type idea that you have in these Mega Man games. But, each has their own. I also really like the Yellow Devil Mark 2 or Make 2 from Mega Man 3, and let me use an energy tank here just so I don't die, and can move on to the next phase for us. You know, but I'm sure everyone has their own that they're used to or is their favorites, and you know, this boss reminds me of another one that comes later on, but I forget what the boss was. And it's not in this game, obviously. It's in one of the later games. I forget which one. You know, I've played these games so much that they start to blend together after a while. But, you know, Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 do really stand out with, their bosses, I think, and, what goes on with them. Anywho, I am going to peace out for now and save state right here. And I hope you all have a great time. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.